Welcome into this first carrier update of the morning presented by Powerfleet. I'm Tony Mulvey, joined with Donnie Gilbert. Donnie, I know we talk about this every morning, the NTI, and we're kind of seeing a little movement in these daily reports.
Yeah, so I like looking at, we use the NTI, we use the 7-day rolling average because it's easier to see the trends and the changes in it sometimes. But I like the daily just to see what, it is the ups and downs because we know it is moving. And if you look at the NTI this morning, it kind of looks like a flat line. It's an average rate that's staying at 292. Well, the daily rate is actually up a little bit to 290. So I like to, especially since, I did a lot of my growing up in the spot market, I like to see the actual daily changes, how it affects. But, we're still kind of holding very steady here. This has moved up just a hair to 290. And I also like looking at it minus fuel, which is down here at 202, which is also up just a little bit. So I like to see those fluctuations along with the without fuel to see what is pushing these prices. So here again today, we're just kind of running kind of steady the way we've been the last few weeks. Nothing is really pushing spot rates up or down right now. So not enough pressure on the market to push them up or down.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the overall flatlining, but then you look at this daily report over the last 7 days, and it's really been in that range. So it kind of makes sense that we are seeing that flat line.
Yeah, now I'm sure carriers and owner-operators are trying to push these numbers up, and that's because of my next chart here. We looked at this yesterday as well, and diesel fuel continues to go up. I mean, this is getting ridiculous, and this is what is hurting everybody right now. We will possibly hit $6 a gallon here over the summertime, maybe around the 4th of July when it's the peak travel season through July or whatnot. But you see that, rack prices, which I have here in red, this is the wholesale, it continues to go back up. It did go down for a short period, but retailers did not lower their prices because they were afraid that it's so volatile right now that they'll push the prices right back up. And that is what happens. So they're just keeping theirs, steady. Yeah. 576 almost.
Yeah, and I think that's what's a little interesting to me when we go back. You look at the NTI and you're seeing the fuel prices rise, but you're not seeing any upward movement. But really in the line haul rate, you're not seeing it go down either. So it's kind of like this fuel is almost, it's being accounted for, but they're not really changing rates to account for these prices.
So profit margins for these little guys are going down.
Yep.
And that's what's going to hurt them the most right now. And you look at some of the rates out there, they can't survive. We look at some of the long haul rates, they're actually still pretty good. It looks, California is terrible, but if you can get a load and get out of California and get on the road going to the East Coast at 250, 260, 270 a mile, you'll be all right as long as you can keep running those lanes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for this update, Donnie. We'll be sure to check in with you a little later. Right now, we'll toss it over to Sydney Edwards with our first look at headlines this morning.